You can sing with me.
Someday when you show up the star, when your breath comes up from behind, be when trouble feels like lemon drops, when the chimney top is where you find me somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, the dream that you dare to why can't I see trees of green and red roses too. I watched them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue, and I see clouds of white, and the brightness of day. I like the dark, and I think to myself, what a wonderful
That was a great singing. It helped me sing.
We've already had the dance, and now comes the talk. And it's Marilyn again, and she's going to tell us about purposeful manifestation.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll start with my normal greeting. Aloha kakahiyaka. And those of you that in Zoom, my Zoom family, aloha. So I'm excited today because, well, let me put my glasses on. Because today is going to be a very juicy topic. Yes. And actually, people or my client pay me $1 million. Well, it's $1 million information. So, because you're here today, you're my Unity family, it's free. So and because you chose to come here today, so you will get all this juicy information. Now, years ago, I was listening to Wayne Dyer, and one line caught my attention. You probably have heard of this. He said, "Don't die with the music still in you." How many of you have heard of that? Don't die with the music still in you. Now, let me ask you this. Do you know where the richest place in the world is? Anybody? Richest place in the world. All right. Thank you for participating. They say it's the graveyard. Why? Because it's filled with unwritten books, unspoken songs, unpainted art, and unfulfilled dreams. So my mission today is to make sure your vision, your gifts, your dreams don't end up there, but come alive in this lifetime. Now, just to tie this to strength, because I know our word for this month is strength, it takes strength to bring our dreams to life. Strength is also what turns possibility into reality. Now, what keeps your dreams from coming alive? Often it's not lack of talent or desire. It's the missing tools, and you'll learn it today at the workshop. The awareness and the alignment to bring them into reality. Now, over the years of teaching, coaching clients, writing, and exploring this energy work, I discovered 3 powerful keys to manifestation. And that's your $1 million information today. So pay attention. Now, these are practical steps you can take to ensure your vision comes alive. There are tools I use in my own life, my workshop, my classes, in guiding others claim their dreams. Today, I want to share them so that your music plays loud, your gifts shine bright, and your dreams don't wait another day, starting today. Look, for a moment, let's feel our heart. Is it pumping? Is it moving? Is it breathing? Then you're still alive. And your dream is still alive in your heart. One of my mentors, Mary Morrissey, says that as long as you're breathing, you still have a dream. We still have a dream. Today I want to talk about how we can bring those heart-born dreams to, again, what we call purposeful manifestation. Manifesting purposely with those 3 powerful keys. Now, did you know that manifestation, there's an art and science to it? The vision is the art, idea that comes from our 7th chakra and our 6th chakra, our knowing. And there's that vibration, aligning our energy center from the ground up and then from the crown down. And together, they manifest the dream. So we're gonna work on that today. But we'll focus today on the science through the chakras. Because each chakra is like a power station. When they're in balance, it helps us manifest. And like playing a musical instrument, all the string has to work together. Beautiful harmony. And of course, those of you that plays guitar, music, you know that. You want to tune in or in tune that string, right? So that's what we're doing when we are aligning our chakras. We're creating that harmony so we can manifest, create that vision. Now, I want to share the 3 keys with you. And because I teach in the classroom, I want you to do the same thing like my good student do. They need to say it, they need to see it, and they need to hear it. Because that's how we will remember things. I'm not gonna give you a test after this. All right. So manifestation comes down to 3 keys. So first key, I'm gonna have the slide right there for you to see. Well, the cycle of manifestation: vision, vibration, action. First one is vision. So let's say that. Vision, vibration, and action. As you trust the process, that's what unity teaches, trusting the process. So again, vision, vibration, action. All right, so let's talk about the first one, the vision. The vision is the knowing. Knowing what you want and planting the seed. Have you gone to a restaurant before where there's a menu and you ask you tell the waiter, bring me food? Will they know what you want? No, because you need to know what you want. So just like the vision, right? That's planting your seed. And that comes from our 7th and 6th chakra. Because the 7th chakra is your connection to your higher wisdom. It's your divine guidance. It's where the dream and big ideas are born. And then it works together with your 6th chakra, your 3rd eye. It helps you see your dream clearly. So when we see it, we hear it, we say it, we are opening these upper chakras in us. And I will share you my experience later. Next is the vibration. Aligning that inner state. I taught the chakra from 1 to 7. Now we're going to learn how to work on aligning the chakra from 7 to 1. We have a vision and we need to match it with our vibration. But this vibration, this alignment, need to match your vision. So every chakra starts from the root all the way up to the crown, and it carries that energy that affects your emotions, confidence, your love, your intuition, your spirit. So we're going to talk about that later on. And then the third one, number 3, action. Taking small inspired steps that turns your dream into reality. Now to get there, first question you ask is, what can I do today to move me closer to my dreams? Maybe as simple as saying yes to yourself, to your dream. Or saying yes to staying here today for the workshop so you can learn this. Now, who will say yes to their dream today? Yes. Yes. All right. Because the chakra give us that framework, the roadmap, the blueprint to align both our vibration and our actions with our vision. Now, let me share with you my personal story. About 30 years ago, I dreamed of writing a book. That was 30 years ago. At that time, I only saw myself as a dancer and a yoga instructor. But I thought, I have a story that could inspire others. Of course, back then, I didn't know anything about the chakras or energy work. I taught yoga for 30 years before I discovered the chakras. Over those years, I continued to ask myself, what am I to do with yoga? Why am I doing yoga? And then about 10 years ago, an inner voice, my 6th chakra, whispered, I want you to learn the chakra and teach it. And I said, no. I don't know anything about this chakra. And so I continued to hesitate. Of course, the Spirit kept planting the seed, like sending emails about a course, chakra course, or unexpected invitation. And even sometimes I will go to a bookstore and guess what's the first book that will flash in front of my face? Chakras. So I stopped resisting and I allowed myself to learn and I began teaching it. Now when COVID happened, I felt called to create and share a 7 weeks chakra course. And I told myself, I think this is what I'm supposed to do with the chakra. Because at that time, you probably have felt this. Everyone's in fear. The world is unstable. There's uncertainty. And I have the tools to help others balance energy, release all these blocks of fear, guilt, shame, grief, lies that they tell themselves, illusion, and attachment. And so I felt like, now I know why I'm supposed to teach this. My roommate at the time, she was a writer. I sent information when I was teaching it, emails every month, newsletter explaining all the different chakras. Okay, we're going to work on the first. This is what it means. The second. So every week I will send an email. And then she told me that this is good stuff. You need to put it together like a book. And you have a book. Of course, again, I hesitated because I didn't know anything about writing. But something has shifted. My 30-year-old dream was awakened. And my desire to write a book grew stronger. So at the time, my spirit has guided me once again to teach it from the 7 to the 1st to manifest a dream. I didn't know why I have to teach it from the 7th to the 1st. I already taught it from the 1st to the 7th. Because this is how we'll manifest our dream. When we are aligned with our source, we get this idea. So I surrendered. I said, okay, I will teach it from the 7th to the 1st. Of course, my energy was aligned at that time, and I trusted the process. And of course, it didn't happen right away. But I took small, inspired action. Step by step, I manifested my dream. I completed my book. And now I'm working on my second book. Now, there's some nights through this action, there's some night. That's why we need to trust the process. There's some night that I'm sleeping, and my spirit will wake me up and say, I want you to add this quote. So I will get up. It doesn't matter what time, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll go in front of my computer, add this quote. Okay. Now explain this concept on some night. And then some night, I want you to create an assessment. Okay. I am doing the work. I'm trusting the process. Now, this happened. I manifested my dream because of 3 things. I had a clear vision that came from the crown chakra and the 6th chakra. I aligned my vibrational energy 1 to 7, and then 7 to 1. And then I trusted the process with inspired action. I released control. I just allowed the spirit to guide me. And that's really important. And I think unity principles talk about that, teach that. Trusting the process. Trusting the process. So let's again work on the 3 keys. This is your test. There's no slide there. First, vision. Second, and third, again. Vision. There you go, your $1 million information. They don't need a slide because they're taking a test right now. Now, I believe you can do the same. You can manifest anything. It doesn't have to be 30 years. Those 30 years, I didn't know the chakra. I didn't have a process. But I do now. That's why I'm sharing this. That's why you'll stay after the service to learn the process. And that's a mini process. And then I'll have my 7 weeks process that I'll be giving. You know, there's a folder that I bought 40 years ago. And one night I said, what was that folder, what it was saying? It's about a dream. I couldn't remember, but I wrote down what I remember. And I want to read it to you. Dreams are born in the heart, and only there can they ever die. For while the difficult may take time, the impossible simply takes just a little longer. That's exactly what happened to me with my 30-year-old dream. It just took just a little bit longer. Sometimes we think dreams have expiration date. But I want to remind you, and this is another tip. Dreams don't retire. Purpose doesn't expire. I want you to repeat that with me. Dreams don't retire, and purpose doesn't expire. So remember that. Have any of you heard of Kentucky Fried Chicken? Or have heard of Colonel Sanders? He started KFC at age 65. And by the 1970s and beyond, it grew into a global franchise. Dreams don't retire. Now, Grandma Moses, any one of you have heard of her? Began painting seriously in her late 70s. By her 80s and 90s, she became a famous folk artist. Proof that creativity can bloom at any age. And this next one, I want to be like her when I grow up. Nola Oakes. Have you heard of her? Anyone? I want to be like her. The world's oldest college graduate. Earned her bachelor's degree at 95. And master's at 98. That's why I want to be like her when I grow up. Now, these people didn't limit their age, or they didn't let age limit them. The dream was alive. And when they said yes, doors open. So again today, there's your chance. Say yes to your dream. After the service, we'll have this workshop. One of my coaches said, don't be too attached to who you are, that you don't give your future version a chance to dream. So, don't be attached to who you are. I'm not just a dancer 30 years ago, or a yoga instructor. I'm a writer. I'm a speaker. I'm a life coach, and maybe there's more. You're not just a pastor, Pastor Brian. You guys are not just a musician or an artist. There's more. There's more to be discovered. It's right here. So when I talk about purposeful manifestation, I'm not just talking about dreaming for the young or waiting for the right time. I'm talking about listening to your soul and choosing to say yes no matter where you are in life. The dream inside you is alive for a reason. You will learn the tools purposely manifest it. Did you guys remember when I talked about aloha last time, a couple months ago? And the Spirit woke me up that morning to tie the spiritual principles of unity and aloha spirit. This time, I said, I know you're going to wake me up again the morning before. So I went ahead. I was not going to add it again. It says, no, you're going to add it. I was ahead because I prepared. So I want to just quickly share that. Unity teaches us 5 spiritual principles, and they're aligned with the chakras. We begin with remembering our connection to God, first principle. That's the crown. And second, we honor our goodness and worthiness. That's the heart chakra. Third, we align our thoughts and feelings. That are solar plexus and our sacral. And then through prayer and meditation, we receive guidance. That's our third chakra and our throat chakra. And then we take action, grounded in truth, and that's the root. That's why we want to plant from the ground up. So you see, manifestation is not separate from the spiritual principle. It's simply a living unity with energy, vibration, vision, and action. So again, those 3 keys: vision, vibration, action. 3 keys. $1 million information you can use in everything you want to create. Now, because you're here today, people, again, have paid me money to align our chakra. It's free for you. So we're going to stand up. We're going to do a quick chakra alignment. Isn't it great to get up in the morning and be here? You don't know what's going to happen. We're going to align those chakras. I think I'm going to move here a little bit so you can see. Okay. Again, we're going to inhale from the ground up. We inhale our breath from the feet all the way to the legs, the spine, the head, top of the head. Hold the breath for a moment. Connect to your dream, whatever it is. You don't have to know. And then exhaling from the crown all the way down to the roof, down the ground. All right, now we're going to use our hand. Our hand connects to our mind and our heart. So mind and heart connects to the hand. So we're going to touch the area, the chakra area that we want to embody. All right? So again, it starts right here. Mind, heart connection. Saying to yourself, I'm connected to divine power. With energy. I'm connected to divine power. Moving your hands right there. And those of you in Zoom, I want you to be following us. I follow my intuition.
I follow my intuition.
Hands to your throat chakra, fifth chakra. I speak my truth.
I speak my truth.
Hands to your heart. With energy. I follow my heart.
I follow my heart.
Third chakra. I trust myself.
I trust myself.
Below the belly. Right here. I follow my desire.
I follow my desire.
Hands to your legs. I am balanced.
I am balanced.
Let's take our hands back to our heart. Both hands. Take a nice big breath. We inhale. Hold the breath. See your dream. Feel the vibration. And as you exhale, imagining dreams right there being steered open. That's the vibration of possibility. Invitation to step in your dreams. Once again, dreams don't retire. Purpose does not expire. Let's go manifest our dream. Namaste.